So this is a really small Dollar General haul, but I wanted to share this with you for a couple of reasons. First of all, I don't know if you all have heard, but the government, one of the government agencies, is contemplating, I don't know if they've done it yet or if they're going to do it, I don't know, I just heard that they're going to take this drug off the market. They say it doesn't work. Well, I think that's a bunch of baloney, and I think they have other reasons that I'm not going to get into, but I use this medicine all the time, and it definitely helps, especially with sinus headaches. You take this along with some Tylenol. For me, it really, really helps. So, I don't know what they're going to do, but I want to be prepared if this stuff comes off the market. Not because it's dangerous or whatever. I mean, if there was a reason, like a danger reason for taking it off the market, that's one thing. But after all these years, I think this stuff has been on the market for like 15 years, something like that. And for them to all of a sudden say it doesn't work, I find that a little bit fishy. But anyway, every time I'm at Dollar General, I am going to pick up some of this, and I'm going to get quite a backlog of it because everybody in my family takes this when we're having sinus pressure, and it really, maybe it doesn't help with nasal decongestion, like if you're super, super plugged, I don't know. But for a sinus headache, this stuff really, really helps. So I picked up some more of that. I picked up some more of Scott's favorite bar soap, Ivory bar soap, just to have extra on hand. And then this is the kind of soap that Travis likes to use. He likes the liquid, and we were all out, so I picked up some more of that. And I picked up these like super concentrated air fresheners. Whoopsies. This one I'm going to put out in the entryway because, like I mentioned in the past, with Bo out there, it gets kind of doggy smelling. So I picked that up for there. And then this is for underneath my kitchen sink because I'm not really sure why, but Scott put out some mouse poison, and I hate it. I hate mouse poison so bad because the mice crawl away and die, and then you have to smell it. It's awful. We usually don't use mouse poison, and I can't remember. There was a reason why he did it, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, I've been smelling dead mouse underneath my kitchen sink. And there's nothing you can do about it except wait it out. So I'm going to put this air freshener under there just to cover up that yucky smell. And then the other reason I wanted to share this haul with you is all of these items here I got in the dollar section at Dollar General. Even if you went to Dollar Tree, everything there is not even $1 anymore. So I would recommend that you check out your Dollar General dollar section because everything is truly $1 there. And I looked over everything. I just bought a few things that I could use. I didn't want to just buy stuff, just because it was $1. I wanted to actually use the stuff. And I do love these scent beads in my laundry. I don't know. I know there's people that think they're really bad for you or whatever, but I like my laundry to smell good. And for $1, these scent bead things are expensive. So this is 12 ounces for $1. So I got 2 bottles of those. We were getting low on toothpicks. Now the containers they come in are really not very good, but the toothpicks themselves are really good, and so you get 300 toothpicks for $1. So I thought that was a good deal. Then I picked up some more body wash. I'm always using body wash, and these both smelled really good to me. This is the coconut, made with coconut oil body wash from the Personal Care. This I think is the Dollar General brand. And then I got this one as well. This one smelled really good, made with Brazil nut oil. So I picked those up just to put in the closet to have on hand. And then Olivia saw this, and she likes to use witch hazel on her skin. Again, it was only $1, so I picked that up for her. This I think is kind of like equivalent to Fabuloso, which I really like. And this was almost 32 ounces for $1. And I do love citrus scents for cleaners. Let's pick that up. And then this I'm going to use on the doggy bed out in the entryway and wherever else we might need a little bit of freshening, because we have animals in the house. So, no matter how clean you are, sometimes it smells a little bit like animal, like doggy. Even though our dogs are all housebroken, we don't have that issue. It's just, wet dog after they've had a bath or whatever. And plus, hey, who could resist when it's got a beagle on the bottle? Maybe that's a little clue that beagles are kind of smelly. Our beagle's not, but some beagles might be. All right, that's just my little quick Dollar General haul. Go to Dollar General, check out their dollar items, and if you use this product, go stock up. She's looking so good. Her little ear that they snipped off is kind of losing a little tissue at the end. I think it might just be like a scab. Sure wish they hadn't have done that. I tried to ask them not to, but they wouldn't do it. Said it was non-negotiable, even though she's not gonna run away. She's not gonna go anywhere, are you, babe? You're not going anywhere. Oh, those chickens went out. You hear them? Let's get them out. Oh, what is going on here? There we go. Cheeky chickies. Cheeky chickies. Come on. So I gave them the other day what's called a flock block. I got it from Tractor Supply. And so they really like it. I brought them some scratch. I'll just give them a little scratch over here. But I don't need to give them as much scratch because, oh, Hurley, wish you'd stop being such a jerk. See her? She's barebacked. And there's one over there that's barebacked. It's because he won't leave him alone. He's picked out two that he picks on, and the other chickens pick on him too because they've lost feathers on their back, especially this one here. So I've got a solution for that problem, and I'll show you when we get in the house. When we get back in the house, I'll show you what the solution I got for that little chicken and that one. This is a persimmon tree that my mother planted years ago. And the other day, one day last week, we had gotten quite a bit of rain, and this tree is just loaded with persimmons. It's the first year it's been loaded in a long time. And with the added weight of the rain on the leaves and stuff, I don't know if you can see it. Don't think you can see it. Oh, wait, there it is, right there. A big old branch broke, fell off, hit the side of the coop, didn't damage anything, thankfully, but left all these persimmons. Scott cleaned up the mess, but left all these persimmons on the ground, so I have to be careful when I'm walking because I either smush them or I slip on them. My mom planted this tree years ago as well, and just over time it's kind of become a part of the chicken yard. And this is the first year in a long time that it's put on apples, and they're big, beautiful apples, but they're so full of worms. Olivia was able to come out and she collected some of the best, and she made a little bit of applesauce, but apples are really hard to have because they get so wormy and you have to spray them so much, and we didn't want to do that. So, but this is the first, like I said, this is the first year in, I can't even remember that we actually got apples on this tree. Too bad the chickens don't eat them. My live forevers and my butterfly bushes are blooming beautifully. Of course, it's getting towards the end of the season now, but I might come out and cut a bouquet of these live forevers because aren't they pretty? But you know, they do splay out like that because of the weight of the flowers. But they do live forever, and they come back every year, and it's really pretty. This has been a good year for these over here. I watered them during the dry patch, and then that we had in July. We were super dry June and July, and then towards the end of July, August, we had a lot of rain, so they did really good this year. This morning glory was all completely volunteer. This is where that chocolate vine was, and Scott dug that out as best he could. There's still some. You still see some, like right there. That's chocolate vine. But when he dug that out, the morning glories, I noticed there was some morning glories coming up there, and I just let them go. And look how pretty they are. I love morning glories. I know in some states in the South they're kind of a nuisance, but I love them. It doesn't stay warm enough here for them to become invasive. But look how pretty. Scott's like, I just cleared stuff out, and now we got something else growing up that's blocking the door. And I said, oh, but this is different. This is, this is annual. They'll die back, and they might come back next year, and they might not. It's not like that chocolate vine that we can't get rid of. There's one more thing I want to show you guys out here before we go back in the house. Olivia always does the backyard chores, so I'm not going to come out and do any chores, but we got another batch of ducks. The same people that gave us Hazelnut, Claudia, and then the white duck that we didn't name, gave us 4 more. Let me bring you around and I'll show you. We've got them separated. We leave them separated where they can see the other ducks but not be near them for 2 weeks, and then after that we'll let them out, and there shouldn't be any problems, any fighting or anything. So they're very nervous. I don't know if you can see very well. We have 3 white ones, and the one is called a crested. It's got feathers on his head. That one we named Dolly Parton because Dolly Parton was a blonde with a big hairdo, and so that's Dolly Parton. And then the black one is the one that they were not sure, but they think could possibly be a drake, which I'm really hoping not. But these guys are young. These just hatched this spring, so they're not laying eggs yet, and it's hard to tell at this point if the black duck is a drake or not. They said if he turns out to be a drake, we can return him, but I don't think I'll go through that trouble. We'll probably just keep him. 4 more ducks. Now we've got 9. Family keeps saying, that's enough, you don't need any more, but I'd like to have at least 3 more, because if you think about it, one for sure is a drake, one of my old drake, Barbosa. One of my white ducks is old, and she's not laying eggs anymore. And then if this guy turns out to be a drake, I'll only have 6 hens that are laying, and my family really likes duck eggs. So I'd really like to have 3 more hens, but I don't know that I can convince them. And I'd like to have a little bit more, not so many pecans. I'd like to get a few more of a different variety just to make my flock prettier. But anyway, that's the new update. I actually stepped inside the fence so you can see them without having the fence in the way. But you can see right there, that's the one that's crested. That's Dolly Parton. And it's that black one that we're not sure if it's a drake or not. If I could hear him quack, I would know for sure, because drakes have a distinctive quack that's different than hens. Anyway, I'll take you inside and show you what I got to fix up my 2 chickens that are barebacked. This is what I got for those chickens. They're called chicken saddles. Got these off of Amazon. You can get them all different places. I have one already from years ago, like years ago, before we even had internet. Might have been before, well, we had internet, but it was like dial-up, and so we never went on it. I don't even know if Amazon was a thing. I'm not sure when Amazon came into existence, but I had purchased it through a different chicken website. I can't even remember. It was so long ago, I can't even remember. But the one I have is fleece lined because when I bought it, it was wintertime, and I thought the chicken needed some warmth. Well, the chickens I have now, she doesn't need any kind of a fleece lined thing. Plus I only had 1 and I needed 2. So I ordered these off of Amazon. They're cute, they're denim. I got them because they're denim, not because they have a pocket. This pocket is absolutely worthless. But the denim will hold up really well, and it's also will keep them warmer this winter. And you leave these chicken saddles on until the feathers grow back. So it could be a year before they take them off. And you put this around their wings and under their wings. So the elastic is kind of like in their armpit, you might want to say, and then it just protects their back. And the best way to do it is you go out at night when they're sleepy, and you just take them off their perch, put this on them, and then put them right back on the perch. They're easier to handle. The rooster's not going to be getting after us because he is very protective of his hens, and he's flogged Scott a few times. So anyway, it came in a package of 3. I only need 2, but I'll have 1 as a backup. And so yeah, this is what we're going to do. It's probably not going to happen until Friday night because Scott has to get up super early in the mornings to go to work, and he's in bed or at least sleeping on the couch by the time it gets dark around here. So sometime this weekend we're gonna saddle up my 2 chickens, my 2 little poor barebacked chickens. Well, let's make some keto peanut butter cookies. I got this recipe off of the internet, and sometimes I don't have a whole lot of success with internet recipes, but this one seems pretty straightforward, so I'm gonna go with it. Of course, you're gonna need peanut butter. They recommend the natural peanut butter. I don't have any natural peanut butter right now, so I'm just gonna use this. Yes, it does have a few more carbs in it because of course they add sugar, but I'm going to change the recipe up just a little bit to make it not quite so calorie dense. It called for 3/4 of a cup of peanut butter. So what I'm going to do to try to keep this a little more keto friendly is I'm going to use 1/4 of a cup of regular peanut butter, and then I reconstituted in a bowl some of this PB Fit. Now this does have sweetener in it as well, but it's coconut sugar, which is a little bit more carb friendly. I mean, it does have carbs, but it's a little bit more carb friendly. So I took 1/2 cup of this powder and then just added enough water to make it into a peanut butter consistency. And so that's what I'm going to do. So the first thing you want to do with this recipe is you want to take the peanut butter. So there's my 1/2 cup of reconstituted peanut butter, and this is my 1/4 of a cup of regular creamy peanut butter. And you want to cream it together with 1 egg. I thought about grabbing out my mixer to do this, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to mess up my mixer for this one little recipe. So I'm going to do it with my Dutch whisk. Hopefully it's turns out. So I'm going to get all the peanut butter off of this spatula. I'm going to add an egg to this and then cream it together. That looks good, and then to this you're going to go ahead and just add the rest of the ingredients, which is some sweetener of your choice. I'm going to use the stevia that I get from Walmart. It calls for 1/2 cup of sweetener. And it calls for 1/4 of a cup of baking blend. Now I get this from Trim Healthy Mama. If you don't have this, you can make your own with equal parts coconut flour, almond flour, and flax, ground flax. And then you will have your baking blend. Or you can just make it half, let's see, it calls for a 1/4 of a cup, so you do 1/8 of a cup of coconut flour and 1/8 of a cup of almond flour, and just leave the flax out. That works too. That's probably what I'll end up doing when this is all gone, because it's kind of pricey. Now my 1/4 of a cup measure is dirty, so I've got my 1/8 of a cup, and I'm just going to put 2 of those in to equal my 1/4. And then it calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then you just mix this all together. You could stop here if you wanted to, but I want to add a few chocolate chips to the mixture, and I have got these sugar-free baking chips from Chalk Zero. They're sweetened with monk fruit, and I'm just going to go ahead and dump the rest of the bag in there and mix these up, because who doesn't love peanut butter and chocolate? That is one of my favorite combos. Now, if you don't want the chocolate, or if you can't find any sugar-free chips, then by all means stop and just make your cookies out of the peanut butter mixture. But I had those, they were floating around in my cabinet, and I wanted to use them up so they didn't get spilt. And like I said, peanut butter and chocolate, what a yummo combination. I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and I'm going to prepare my baking pan. Ordinarily, I would just put parchment on here, but I'm out of parchment, so I'm just spraying a little bit of this on there. And then you want to take a cookie scoop and get a scoop of the dough, and then you want to roll it into balls. Put it on your tray, and then do the crisscross shape with your fork. Now this is kind of sticking, so probably because of the chocolate chips in there. It's not going to make the crisscross shape, you know, typical peanut butter. But I think I'm going to dip this in a little bit of peanut butter powder. Keep it from sticking. Maybe that'll work. And the only leavening in these is the egg. Oh yeah, that works. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little dish of this to dip my fork in. So once I got the dozen on there, I realized I only had enough dough for like 5 more. And so I kind of squeezed them on here. Hopefully they will do okay. The only leavening in these are eggs, so I don't expect them to spread a whole lot. I might have a giant mess when I pull these out of the oven, but we shall see. You bake them at 350 degrees for 8 minutes. When these come out, and then you leave them on the tray. When you pull them out, you leave them on the tray till they're completely cool, because they're very tender and can easily break. So when these come out of the oven and they're ready to give a taste test, I'll bring you back. The cookies are out and they are cooled down, and I was right, they did not spread very much. And I'm gonna go ahead and taste one of these. They look like peanut butter cookies. Well, they're good. They're good. They're not like, they don't taste like a regular peanut butter cookie. Like if you were just to eat a regular peanut butter cookie. But they're pretty good. Let me try one that doesn't have very much chocolate in it and see. You know what, I might have forgot to add salt. No, it didn't call for salt. I think in my mind it could have used a little pinch of salt. Let me taste this one. They look like a peanut butter cookie. Yeah. This one definitely tastes a bit more like a regular peanut butter cookie because of the chocolate in this one. It changed the flavor a little bit. It's not bad. Definitely a nice treat. But they're not exactly like a peanut butter cookie that you would eat that is full of carbs. But I guess maybe that's just to be expected. I don't know. And I ate my dessert first. I'm having a salad today. I know this looks like a lot, but most of that is lettuce. Iceberg lettuce, which has very few calories in it. And I also chopped up a pear. So there's a lot of lettuce and a whole pear on there. And then I just chopped up a couple small pieces of chicken, put some hemp seed on, and a handful of mixed nuts. And then I'm going to use my low carb ranch dressing. And I've got iced tea sweetened with stevia in my drink. And to do a little bit of a weight loss update, I weigh myself once a month. And this week, Tuesday, I think? No, Monday. Monday was my weigh-in day. And I've lost another 2 pounds, which is not horrible. I mean, I was hoping for more, of course. You always are. But I'm not mad about it. So my total weight loss since I've been keeping track is 11 pounds, which is not bad. I think I know why my weight loss was a little lower this month. I wasn't exercising as much. I did not take the time to exercise as much this month. And I found myself snacking between meals more than I should have. I don't think I've been eating enough protein or fat. I haven't been eating enough fat either. That is a big deal. I mean, you really need to keep your protein levels up. I don't think I was eating enough protein for lunches, and I would get hungry in the middle of the day. I've been very, very good at my cutoff time. I typically don't eat anything after supper time. And if I want a small snack in the evening, it is before 7 o'clock. If it's after 7 o'clock, I just drink some water and wait till the next day. I drink a cup of tea at 10 o'clock in the morning, which does not break my fast because there's no calories in it. Well, there's a few calories, but there's no carbs. No carbs and no sugar. So it does not raise my blood sugar levels. And so then I don't break my fast with my first meal until noon. So my eating window is from noon to 6 p.m. Well, noon to 7. I'm usually done by 6, but sometimes it goes over into 7, especially if our supper is later than usual. So it's from noon to 7 is my eating window, and my fasting window is from 7 till noon. And it's been very, very successful for me, and I've not felt deprived. So that's a key thing when you're trying to lose weight. All right, I'm going to eat this, and then I've got a project I want to get done today. You remember these barn squares that Olivia and I did last week? Well, it's time to spray them, to seal them so that I can get them put up on my duck coop. And so Scott suggested I prop them up off the table on some wood, pieces of wood. I've got this clear finish. That's what I'm going to seal them with. I'm going to start off doing the back sides, and then I'll flip them over after they've sat for a little bit, and then I will do the front side, and I'm going to give them 2 coats. The can said to wait 1 minute between coats, so it's been a minute. I'm going to go ahead and put another coat. I'm going to go do the edges as well. And then it said to wait 20 minutes before handling. So I will, when I get the second coat on, I will leave them for 20 minutes. Then I'll flip them over and finish the the other side. And then it said to wait an hour. They'll be completely dry in an hour. So when Scott gets home from work, these should be ready for him to hang on the building for me. It's been 20 minutes and it's time to flip these over and do the other side. I'm going to wait 1 minute and then do a second coat, and since this is the front sides, I'm going to do 3 coats on the front sides of these, and I will also do the edges. Second coat. Third coat. All right, time to wait until Scott gets home. I'm just gonna let him sit out here and they will be completely dry by the time he gets home, and I'll have him hang them for me. Time to finally cut some of these live forevers to take in and make a little bouquet out of. So I don't get stung by a bee. That'll be fun. Well, it's not going to come off of there very easily. They're like spider nest sacks or something.
Yeah, that's what that was. Sticky. It's a staple. Not sure what that's doing in there, but we don't want to put one there. If we do, I'm going to have to get a hammer. I don't know what that's all about. Could be anything in here.
Ugh, creeps me out. Well, you're touching that and not
Seems like whatever it is would have already hatched, but
Ugh.
you can't really tell.
Ugh. Gotta be spiders.
Well, caterpillars do that too. Various types. So do you need one there?
You could put it like right below it. That's fine.
So
what? Like that. With
kind of spaced like that and everything?
well, just put the first one up and then we can space it.
Put it. I don't even know where to start.
Over here.
Right there?
Yeah, that's good. That one, even with this one, about 2 inches away from that one.
Is that far enough away?
Yeah. Is it right in the middle of that gap?
Well, either I need to move it over here. How about there?
That's fine.
Maybe up a little. That's pretty good.
Right, let me back up and see. Yeah, that looks pretty. And so that one goes underneath this one and only make it like an inch below, but of course the same distance from the other one.
I think this tile,
They're not exactly the same size.
like an inch below, like that.
Yeah, like that. We ran into that trouble when we were drawing the patterns because they were not exactly 12 by 12.
So this one is like a little higher, I think.
That's all right.
This tile is smaller.
Yeah, that looks really pretty. That's gonna look so neat from the kitchen window.
Okay, put it back. Okay, it's about where the screw needs to be now. Take it out of the way. Put the screw there. Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that looks good. I love it.
Dandy. If you're happy, I'm just tickled.
You drug a plate on the yard.
Out doesn't mean you can ignore me.
Go on.
It does. Come.
Good boy.
Sally,
Sally,
you gonna be a good girl?
come on.
You gonna be a little brat?
Come on, Sal.
Come on, Pokey. She looks like she's trudging through the jungle. Come on, Pokey.
Come on.
Come on, Sal. Come on, Sal.
Come on.
See me? No? I'm just cruising by.
Oh, Sally.
Sally. See that?
Oh, Oliver.
See, now we've got chaos. Complete chaos.
Oliver, get back in there. Go on. Go on. I'm going to go swoop your sister. Go.
I think you may
Go.
be the distraction.
Good boy. Come here, you. Come here, you naughty thing. Ooh.
Stay. Oh, Mama, I missed you, Mama.
Come on.
Did anybody notice I went back out of the pen when he said stay?
Don't, Max, aggravate your sister. Ugh. Come on, somebody. I often take you guys out to do morning chores in my vlogs, but I don't usually take you out to do evening chores. And so I'm gonna come out and put the chickens to bed. And I've got a little treat here for Chicken Cat. And then I gotta go put the ducks to bed. Hi, baby. Come here. Here's some snackies for you. Here's some snackies. Yeah, you have a good night, okay? I gotta get these chickens in. It's dark in here. See, there's one up on the thing already. So I give them some sunflowers, sunflower seeds. And of course I have to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one that's out there now still. Come on, chick, 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 chick. Come on. Come on, chick, 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 chick. Come on in. Oh. All right, good job. Close these guys up. And I forgot my egg thing to collect my eggs in. I need to turn on my flash so I can see what I'm doing here. Getting darker and darker. Earlier and earlier. There's the eggs over there. Oh, a few more. And I'm gonna have to put those in my shirt, I guess. Sure wish I would have remembered my egg basket. Okay. All right, chickies. See you in the morning. There we go. All right, let's go get the ducks to bed. We are getting the camper aired out. So we're gonna be going camping soon. So I'm supposed to come in here and shut the fan off. We put a bunch of mothballs in here at the end of the season last year to keep the mice and stuff out, and unfortunately now the camper stinks like mothballs. I've been trying to air it out as much as we can. It's not going to rain tonight, so we're going to leave the windows open on it. I'm going to close the garage door. I really need to get rid of these eggs that are in my arms. I'm going to take the eggs in and then I'll come back out and take care of the ducks. All right, shut the garage door. And we'll go. The ducks are probably already in where they're supposed to be. I'm just going to have to shut the door, shut the gate. And it looks like they're all in. Just do a head count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the chicken's in there. And these ducks they don't come out in the yard yet. So I just close this gate. Locks them all in. Good night, duckies. See you tomorrow. All right, friends, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end this video here in the evening outside at dusk. This was a little bit of a longer video, but that's okay. I kept it under an hour. That's my goal. I try to keep them under 45 minutes, but I know this one's going to go over a bit, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed spending the day with me. It was another busy day. I like to stay busy, especially on my vlogging days, so that my vlogs aren't boring. And knowing I'm going to be vlogging, you guys motivate me to get stuff done. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, friends.